What's going on, guys? Wes back with another kind of a compilation of reviews. So I just finished my first 100-mile month I've ever done, and that includes when I trained for a half marathon a while back. And in this video, I want to go over not so much stuff I learned in regards to running, but more of the products and the tech that I discovered that I either liked or disliked during that month. And what I'm going to be using and looking for as I progress forward towards a half marathon and a full marathon, hoping to eventually qualify for the Boston Marathon. So, I'm gonna go do my run, and when I get back, we'll talk. Be right back. Let's get into a bunch of the products I liked and things I discovered I disliked through that 100-mile month. First up is going to be about nutrition, and it's not going to be protein or anything like that. It's going to be about hydrating and getting quick energy into the body. One of these products has been around for a number of years, and that's Liquid IV. If you never heard about it, this is also great to have to prevent hangovers. You have one before you start drinking and one the next morning, and you're going to be good to go. This is going to get you the sodium, potassium, get really energized right back in your body. It claims to have 2 to 3 times more hydration than water alone. I don't know if that's the case, but this has definitely helped me, especially on hot days like this when I know there's a chance of me cramping. So quick shot of this, they come in like these individual pouches, and you're good to go. So this time of year down here in South Beach and Miami in general and South Florida, it's just hot, it's humid, you're gonna be sweating a lot, so you wanna keep your body hydrated, and you also don't wanna be carrying a water bottle because it's just kind of annoying. So the other thing nutrition related is going to be this, and I actually just did an in-depth review of this product and specifically going into clusterdextrin, which is the main active ingredient in this that's going to give you a quick bout of energy. Now, just a quick overview of clusterdextrin. In the video I go over the studies, but just a quick rundown. It reduces your rate of perceived exertion. It has been proven to increase endurance 70% in a study that studied swimmers, and it has shown to reduce cytokine levels within subjects' urine that were studied, which is related to reduced inflammation. So I would check out that video for more information. What I specifically use this for is when I come home from work and want to go for a run or do a quick workout after, I need to make sure I have the right amount of glycogen stores in the body. And this is going to give me the quickest way to get it into my system. Before, I was doing a couple slices of toast with some jelly, just trying to get a bunch of carbs, but then I would have a period of digestion. This has been proven to be faster gastric emptying, which is going to give you a much quicker source of energy, which is going to be great. And especially if it's going to be a day as I'm training for the marathon and stuff, and I also want to back that up with doing a CrossFit workout, I'm going to need to take something very quick in between to get it going. So, another product I recommend, Bare Performance Nutrition's Go One More Sport. All right, the next product is one that is actually my favorite discovery for my personal line of shoes and fitness gear that I found, because I absolutely just love and I can't get enough of these shoes. I actually started out right here with the Hoka Carbon X's and have since also purchased the Hoka One One Rincons. Now, there was a bunch of myths about running, about, getting a couple pair of shoes because you're going to, this foam right here needs a certain period of time to adjust, especially when you're doing back-to-back days of training. I found that to be more of a myth and not reality. However, one thing that I have seen is that there's been studies that have shown that by using 2 different types of shoes, so this is a shoe with a carbon plate through the middle that gives me a little extra bounce and a little extra absorption, putting energy back into my body, and these are just plain light shoes. It uses different muscles. I can feel myself working more in these shoes, but these shoes are good for great pace and a longer run without putting any damage to my body. Because personally, I had to stop playing college baseball because I have bad knees. Through a bunch of rehabilitation and strengthening, I have been completely fine over the past decade. However, I still want to make sure that I'm not causing my knees any pain, and if anything can help, it's going to be these Hokas, because they also have the patent on the thick body sole. And if you want to know more about this, there's going to be a link right here to the video I did or in the description of going over specifically the Hoka One Ones and also a background of the business. They're a small player in the market. They're growing rapidly, and it's exciting and fun to try out new products and new brands. So, my new shoes, these are the Rincons, these are the Carbon X's, the Bondis, the Cliftons, everything is. I just love the whole shoe line, and specifically because of that thick boy sole. Get it. So the next product isn't specific to running or anything in general. It's these junk bands that I absolutely love. Now, I'm someone that likes to work out in a hat, but with the sweat, I wore a hat one day and I could just feel the sweat filling up within the hat and then dripping off the brim. This bad boy, you just put on. May not look the fashion look, soaks up with sweat, take it off real quick, wring it out. Now the reason I need something like this isn't for any fashion or anything like that. It's because the sweat just drips down into my eyes and becomes uncomfortable. When I'm working out in a gym, I can have a towel on and something easily accessible, but that's not something I want on my person as I'm running. So I've really loved wearing these junk bands. And the junk bands, they're super elastic, they're super comfortable. I have a big head, they kind of squeeze just a little bit, but nothing that's gonna be too drastic or uncomfortable. So I love them. Junk bands. Massage gun. I did a video on the massage gun and the main purpose of massage guns, which is to keep the lactic acid levels low in your body. Hit this baby with 30 seconds of each muscle group on your legs before and after you run, and it's gonna keep you going day after day. And I did a slight kind of just my own test to make sure and see if I'm feeling the effects of using it and not using it. When I didn't use it, my legs felt super heavy the next day, so I didn't want to do that experiment ever again. Again, before and after runs, I hit this, and it's each muscle group on my legs to make sure that it's pulsating and getting out and working out the lactic acid in my legs. And in the more in-depth review of this, which again I'll put a link here, one in the description, it discusses that actually percussion therapy and vibration therapy performs better than massage therapy, because I initially bought this to supplement massage therapy, when in reality this actually works better for certain uses. Just like that, keeping lactic acid levels low in your body. So, the massage gun. I do love the Hypervolt, but I don't specifically recommend the Hypervolt. Just get your hands on any sort of massage gun that has some sort of quality and some good ratings on Amazon, and you'll be good to go. You don't have to spend $300 like I did. So, massage gun for running. Okay, for the next one, it's my Apple Watch. Oh, it's not on my wrist. Wanna know why? Come here. Aw, look at it. It's sitting right here on the charger. So I discovered that I've got a lot of problems with this Apple Watch. I did another in-depth review that this is a very industry and state-of-the-art device for calculating calories in the most accurate way possible. This study's shown that it's still off by upwards of 30%, either higher or lower. But if that's what you're looking for, this is it. Now, if you're looking for an all-day activity tracker, this is gonna piss you off, because as my runs got longer and longer, I was utilizing the GPS, I was listening to music, and I would do runs on the weekends in the morning, and it's like one day I did an 8-mile run around the beach. By the time I got back, the battery was at 10%. So that's what I don't like about the Apple Watch. As I continue my marathon training and I go into some triathlons and maybe actually even an Ironman at some point, I don't know, it's been on my bucket list, but it is something that takes up a lot of time. This isn't going to be the device that gets me there. So I have been looking at the Garmin 945 and the Garmin Fenix 6 that just came out, or even probably the Fenix 5 that has a lower price point now, and there's some really good deals on refurbished ones that I could get my hands on. However, I'm having trouble justifying it at this time because this watch does work. It just doesn't do what I need it to do, which is keep a damn charge. So that's the Apple Watch. Related to the Apple Watch, one of the things that I found I didn't like is, I know it's a popular app. Nike Run Club app and another popular app, Strava. Nothing against those apps. It's just the way they display on the watch. I noticed that as you're doing your training, certain information while you're running becomes more important that as a novice runner, you otherwise wouldn't know. For instance, cadence. I've been working on adjusting my cadence. There's some sort of magic number, anywhere from like 150, 160 to 180 being a really good cadence to set, because it's very indicative of a faster paced marathon. Now, that's not something that can be shown within the statistics of the Nike app. You can tap it until it shows up, but if I want to go back and look at my stats, it doesn't show up. Strava is the same way. It doesn't show up on the watch. What is the best for running when you're using the Apple Watch is just the basic activity one. That you can go into the watch app, you can adjust, you can do average cadence, current cadence, anything, information like that, or 5 or 6 pieces of information that you can have displayed on your watch if you go in and adjust it in the workout section of the app. All right, so that wraps it up. I'm really excited about starting this new kind of fitness chapter in my life, going back after something like a Boston qualifier, having something day to day that you suck at and can work towards is something that I think is very exciting. It's very important, I think, for everyone to do something that you suck at, something that you work at, and feeling failure and feeling different pains and overcoming adversity and just progressing. That's what I loved about jiu-jitsu. That's what I love about CrossFit. It's just high intense and just getting you out there, because if you're someone like me who works in an office day to day, you're sitting down. It just gives you something to look for at the end of the day, and to just really push yourself and improve yourself, because there's outlying things that happen when you're doing a discipline that requires a lot of hard work. Just everything in your life is going to improve. So that's what I'm most excited about. I mean, something having to run a sub 7-minute mile for 26.2 miles is something that not a lot of people do. There are thousands of people that have qualified for the Boston Marathon, but that is a very small subset of a very large population that is continually growing and changing year over year. So I would love to be part of that fraternity of people. And then again, like I mentioned, maybe even doing an Ironman. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. This is gonna be wrap up, not so much of like the technique and stuff that I learned while doing 100 miles within a single month, but just the products that I've come to enjoy and I'm gonna rely upon moving forward in my journey. Some things may change, but I'm really excited about learning more. If you have any tips or any sort of like training plans or anything that you can share with me, I'm more than happy to listen and be completely open to everything, because when I don't know about something, I'm going to be completely humble and just be all ears to listen to anything and everything. So, all right. Well, hope you enjoyed that nice little wrap up. Again, my name's Wes. Welcome to the channel. If you like this video, hit that like button, comment, please subscribe. This channel's growing and I would appreciate it, but only if you enjoy and you want to come back for more. All right. So go do some awesome and maybe something you suck at. Peace.